Okay, so this is the first episode in Raw Club Archive. So I just want to introduce my first guest. This is my man, Mr. Valentine. If you want to introduce yourself, Mr. Valentine, just go ahead and just tell the people who you are, man.
Yeah, Val. Yeah, Mr. Valentine. I'm usually known as Mr. 14. I'm a
Definitely.
DJ, producer out of Baltimore.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
currently in LA. Um, shit, what else? Yeah,
And
that's it.
How's LA treating you, man?
Oh man, I love it out here. I be
Mm,
like, I be hearing people like bitch and complain. I'm like, I don't know
mm,
how, man. It's really like,
mm,
I mean, of course you get like the weather, like it's not like sunny right now. Like it's 9, 8, like 9 something in the morning right now over here.
mm-hmm,
So it's a little overcast, but like you get the weather, but also it's a great place to work, man.
To
You know what
network,
I'm
to
saying?
flourish.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can really come out here and make something out yourself. I think the missing part though, I'm starting to notice is like people don't really give back to the real LA.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
so I think that's where people don't get their blessings. You feel me?
I
Um,
understand. I
yeah, but
understand.
it's beautiful out here, man. I've been thriving since being out here,
I
you
love
know.
that, man. I love that for you. So how long you been out in LA?
Damn. How long about it? Damn. I moved out here in like December of 20, was that December 2021?
Oh wow, so like right after the pandemic.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't think it's been that long. That's crazy.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
So yeah, since then, I don't really I'm the type like I'm trying to relearn how to celebrate birthdays and stuff like that. So years, like counting
Mm.
years and stuff like it's hard for me. But yeah, that long.
Nah, it,
That
it
long.
changes. It
Yeah.
changes, man, as you get older, man, because what people don't realize is like years, like the concept of a year is shorter as you get older. So like what used to feel like a year when you were young, when you were like, 6 years old, it felt like forever.
Yeah.
That whole thing, it changes. It's like what used to feel like a year changes to like 2 years or 3 years, it feels like, you know what I'm saying? But, I want to, kind of get into it with you about Baltimore Club because we hit it
Yeah.
off on that video that went viral on my TikTok where I was, showcasing that interview of K Swift. And, your comment really stood out to me because it combined two of the things that I was noticing of people commented. You actually had a personal, relationship with K Swift as well as, were in that scene around the same time and you're still
Yeah.
making music. And on top of that, you kind of hit the nail on the head when it came to, basically describing the feeling of what it felt like and being in Baltimore around that time. Could you speak more on that and your journey in Baltimore Club and how, it led you to producing music yourself?
Yeah, now first I want to be real clear. I never had a like personal relationship with Swift.
Most definitely.
Um, and in the professional sense, I was one of the engineers. Actually, I was a studio intern at the time when I was
Mm-hmm.
working with her artists. So,
Mm.
and most of the times I would see Swift, she was in the DJ booth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to make it like I was like, hey, what's up, Swift? Like I was, yeah, I was a kid, and
Still though, it's a lot
yeah,
closer, a lot more than a lot of other people can say. You were in those rooms with her,
yeah.
which is pretty crazy, man. It's pretty cool.
It is kind of crazy. And yeah. So uh seeing her she had like a 360-degree influence low key.
Mm,
So like I'm a kid, so I'm in high school going to parties. So you
wow.
figure like this is why K Swift is inspiring to a lot of
Mm,
people, especially like in my generation. If
break
you
it
ain't had no
down.
school, if you ain't had no school tomorrow,
Mhm.
like it was a holiday or something, it's a party tonight. K Swift is partying somewhere. So we talking about high
Wow.
school parties, like, and if you actually happen to make it, like you was like if you was in school talking about the parties.
Wow.
You
That's
feel me? So
crazy.
Yeah, bro. I damn, I don't think you even answered your question, bro. Shit.
Nah. Just keep doing your thing, man. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
dope.
yeah. Yeah, I'll be trying to remember the questions. But yeah, so yeah, her influence is like that. And then like when I graduated high school, I
Hmm
had a few more years to be able to enjoy partying in the Swift. Now I wasn't 21 yet, you know what I'm saying? So mind you, it was always still a place for me to party, you see? So around this
hmm
time, it's like 2005, 2006. It's like club music is like prime time on the radio, like I said in the comment. So it's like you listening to it on the way to you feel me, on the way to the club. If it's getting mixed on the radio, you enjoying it. So it's like
hmm
when I got out of high school, uh, you read about the paradox. It's
mm
18, it was 18 and over. I want to say it was Friday or Saturday. Because one of the nights was like, for the LGBTQ gay crowd specifically.
hmm Most definitely.
And I ended up in there, and that's how the way I found out. I went there. I was like, it's a little different in here tonight. Okay, it's cool. I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday though. That's kind of important, but um, the line was always crazy. In order to get in, you had to like take your shoes off. Like the
mm
security check was crazy, bro. We talking about Baltimore in like 2000. Yeah, it was for real. Like, it's way better now. Like I don't know if you heard, like the crime rate is the lowest it's
mm
been in a very long time, like historically low, which is beautiful.
Wow, that's amazing.
Um, but during that time, it was Baltimore murderland. So just to get into the paradox,
Mm
you taking off your shoes, it was two lines. It was the boy line and the girl line. And
mm
you was damn, you had to take your hat off. They checking all in the brim of your hat. Anyway,
hmm
so but you get in there, mind you, I'm 18. I'm not
mm
drinking. I didn't smoke weed. It was mad illegal at the time. We
Yeah.
was partying off of just vibes. The way Swift would curate the vibe though. It wouldn't just be her. It'd be DJs opening up.
mm
Like she was very unselfish in that fact, like in that respect. Like,
hmm
um, so you get in there, yo, you hearing regular music, not regular, but like, standard tempo music.
hmm
The tempo is increasing during the night though. This is what I learned from Swift. I'm
mm
This is what I learned from Swift and just partying in that place in general.
hmm
People might start their set fast, or whatever, but it wasn't like a club mix set all night.
mm
But the last
mm
few hours of the party though, 130 BPM up the yo. So I don't know if you could imagine. It's like think of like a warehouse, right?
hmm
And you got speakers is about 6 feet tall,
hmm
and they big enough people to stand on. And then there's like these big step type things, like people were standing, like yo, is people all standing on the walls basically. It's all these big standing areas, is walls you can like getting freaked in the club was normal. Like you wanted to be close to somewhere you can put your back up against so you can really get worked.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Yes. And then like I'm talking about niggas you would walk down the street and be like, I'm a cross. I'm a, you if you ain't, you ain't niggas ain't scary, like niggas.
hmm
But like in the club though, shaking
hmm
off, yo, like crazy legs, SpongeBob, all that. Like
Wow, man.
line dances, like nobody was too cool for school.
You could let your guard down up in there. You know, it wasn't it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it was its own world. It was separate from the streets in a way. Like
And then,
that.
yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
A- and that helps. Like, in my
Mm,
opinion, that gave so many people somewhere to go on that night instead of being outside. You see what I'm saying? So that's why when K Swift left,
mm,
it hurt.
mm,
You feel me? Like that was something that like you saved enough money to get in
Mm,
and you got in eventually after that long ass line. If you, I didn't wait in line after a while
mm.
because I was working at the studio. Like I said, like,
You had that
you
in.
know, you feel me? Like, you feel me? But you waited, yo, and then that was the that curation was more than just party curation.
Mm,
It was it was relief for a city. Like DJ Raw Lee got a song called Dance My Pain Away.
mm.
It's like that's like gospel music, bro. Um, but
Wow.
yeah, then like K Swift's voice, bro. And it's
Mm,
her connection with the crowd.
mm,
Her and Pork Chop was like, you know the song Bringing the Cats?
mm-mm,
You don't know Bringing the Cats?
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay.
Put me on.
That's like it's crazy because that song is years and years old, but like it gets
Mm,
popular every year somehow.
mm,
Some DJ drops it.
mm.
But damn it, man, I want to play it for you.
Go ahead, man.
Let me see. Can I do that?
I think you can.
Yeah, because you might can only play a certain amount of time. Let me go up on
I
YouTube.
might recognize it if I hear it.
You will recognize it.
I'm probably gonna recognize it when I hear it, man. Because a lot of these
Bring the
songs,
cats.
I'm just finding out like, oh, that's the name of that joint. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I was growing up, we didn't have Shazam. It's so weird, man, because I feel like our generation, and specifically mine was the last generation to like experience what it was like before mass technology as we know it.
Mm.
So I can relate to my parents of, damn, I didn't know what that song was, but the thing that go like, you know what I'm saying? Or, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
Yeah.
I'm, you know, but you
Um,
got it up.
Let me see. Give me a second. I want you to finish your thought because it
No,
might
no,
play out loud.
yeah,
And of course, it's gonna be the commercial. So
yeah, they
I'm gonna
got
let
it.
the commercial do what it do, and then I'm gonna share it.
Most definitely.
I'm just like I've been thinking about just paying for the
For the
premium.
YouTube Premium.
Oh man,
I've been
sharing is
thinking
not
about,
turning me.
but then you got SoundCloud, and that's what I love.
Yeah, you know what? I could have. SoundCloud is ad supported now.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm like hot, bro. Damn. Um, I sent a request to be able to share. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I allowed it.
All right, I'm just going to share. Let me. Oh shit. Hold up. Can you see this screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Like my whole screen?
Yup, I
That's
can
not
see
what
the
I want. I want you
tabs.
to see this one. I want that.
Okay,
How
yeah, I
about
see
that
that
one?
now. Yup, I see that.
Can you hear this?
Nah, I can't hear it.
Let me see if I can get it there. I had to remember all my DJs from back then because there's so many other than Swift that was like
Mm,
running it at the time. Like that was
mm,
not running it, but like what the hell? I don't know if I can share audio or not.
you should be able to.
But you could probably bring do let me see.
Let me see.
Settings. Share sound. Bam.
Perfect.
See, man, God. All right, cool. You heard this. Now, this didn't come out. This came out way after Swift passed away.
Mm,
But this is Pork Chop's voice.
mm.
Uh, yep. Okay. You already know. You already know what it is.
And DJ KW Griffin.
It's your
This
boy
is
Jock.
this production.
Hold up, Griff. Y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready. Hey, Griff, bring in the cats. Yes. Oh. Yes. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Oh. Yes. Oh. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want
Yes.
to play it out. I'm about to get back into it.
Yes! Oh! Yes! Oh! Hold up. That's too much for me.
All right, I'm sorry, I gotta stop it because it's not. We shouldn't be getting into that. But like,
Nah, but
now
that's perfect.
pork chop would be on the mic,
Yeah.
and then Swift would be on the mic. Hold up, it's a
Hmm.
joint called. That's not even. I'm sorry, bro.
Nah,
It's
this is
called pork
giving it
chop on the
like a
mic.
Red Bull interview feel to it. You know what I'm saying? This is how Red Bull be doing it when they, they play people's music. I think it's important for people to hear this.
This is not. That's not what I thought it was called. Pork chop.
Mm.
I don't know what this is. Hold on. But it's a song called pork chop. Hold up. I gotta find it. It's called it's him and her on the song, but I wanted you to hear her voice. I don't know why I said bringing the cats.
No, but I was gonna
Okay.
ask you, so how did you get connected into, that position where you were, in the studio with her, producers, where you were around those people? How did that relationship begin?
Well, it wasn't necessarily my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Uh I was first of all, I got my start at this studio, Above Ground Studios. Like that's still like
Mm.
home.
Mm.
Um at the time, it was Nate Middleman and CR the show. Um were the engineers there, and I was the lowly intern.
Mm.
So, um, we were recording her artists, two of her artists.
Mm.
One Amazon
Mm.
and the other one Young Leak.
Young Lee.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
people was in the comments
It did
about
the
Young
zoom.
Lee.
It did the zoom out thing. It did the zoom
Oh
out thing just
man,
now.
damn.
I think when you move, it's trying to hang with you.
Okay. I'm gonna
But
stay
it's
steady.
dope. I thought that shit was hard. I was like, that shit was hard.
Wait, let me see. I gotta make sure this one's right. But I was gonna ask because a lot of people was commenting about Young Leak in the comments, and you know what I'm saying, like making memes and jokes about it. So is there like a thing about Young Leak?
They were
Like,
making memes and jokes about Young Leak.
yeah. They was like, "Who's Young Leak?" They was like saying stuff like that in the comments because
Oh,
I
because they
didn't.
don't know they wasn't there. Okay.
And it
Young
was people
Leak,
from Baltimore saying that. So that's why I was confused.
because they wasn't there.
Mm,
Period. If you had
Speak
a
on it.
radio,
Speak on it.
if you had a radio,
Speak on it.
because of K Swift, if you
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there, you wouldn't like you had to be there. You were there if you know about it.
Mm,
Um, Young Leak had a song called Jiggle It. Now, Jiggle It at first was just the not just the beat, but it was like this producer DJ, my man. It's
uh,
like my brother, DJ Blackstar.
mm.
Blackstar, first of all, he made the song Rider Girl. K Swift,
Rider
his
girl.
to be his
Yup.
theme song.
Yup.
He did
Mm-hmm.
Rider Girl, but it was
Mm,
a song called Jiggle It. And
mm.
but it didn't have Young Leak on it at all. And Swift Blackstar would drop Jiggle It in the club. And I remember the first time I heard it, I was at this party on Charles Street in this Jamaican spot. And it was like, do jiggle it, do jiggle it. And this Blackstar was like, jiggle it, do jiggle it, to go. Cause I was like, in that bitch, jiggling, jiggle it. Like it didn't have the shaking and jiggling in it yet. So I'm sure Swift probably heard it. I don't know.
Mm,
And got Young Leak on it. And Young Leak did a few verses on it. And there's a few different versions that came out because
mm,
Young Leak eventually got signed to Def Jam.
mm,
So they switched some stuff up. The original version was the hardest version. The mix was crunchy. But
mm,
anyway, Young Leak had a song called Jiggle It. And that was his like smash single, like people was calling and requesting it. Excuse me, requesting it,
Mm,
and they even did like a tour, like a block tour, like the radio did. And Young Leak was like the headliner.
mm,
So like that's what I'm
wow.
saying. If you wasn't there, you don't know.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm. Damn. That's really dope, man. And it's like,
Yeah.
so what I'm taking from everything you're describing is like how kind of like approachable everybody in this scene was. Like that's how it sounds like the people that were at the top were like, really approachable, and it seemed like y'all were having a moment similar to how early Chicago House was, where people saw how attainable it was to become a musician, to become a producer, just by making something dope that the streets love, that the people love. Did it seem that easy, or was it like seem that attainable at the time? And was there like a renaissance during that time of like a lot of people your age making music as well? Like were you the like one of one, or were there like a lot of other dudes and chicks your age like inspired by this movement making their music at the same time as you, or in the studios at the same time as you, like in your age bracket?
You know what? It was a lot of people. I'm gonna turn this fan off. This is making me cold. Hold on.
I feel you, bro. Take your time, man.
My bad. I was hot. I'm like, my body don't know if I'm gonna be hot or cold.
Nah, I feel you,
Cool.
man. That's how my
All right.
apartment be sometimes, man. You know what I'm
Bro, it was
saying?
hot
I'll
two
be having
seconds ago. I
to
was like,
I'll be having to
damn.
tweak the air conditioner and all shit all the time. But yeah,
But
man, back
yes,
to what you saying.
as far as like so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like my
Hmm.
capacity at the time, I was the engineer intern at a popping studio.
Mm,
So um my access might have been a little bit different.
mm,
Um, but I will say like I've never heard anybody like badmouth Swift or yeah, all my experiences are great. Like I think
mm.
everybody, I won't make it like everybody was like holding hands and kumbaya and shit. Like you had different dance crews and different like club music
Mm,
crews like
mm,
at the time. Like there was this one song that came out called Fuck 'em All
mm,
by fuck, what was that kid's name? Yeah. But it was a crew called Black Hearts.
mm,
And they was beefing with some other crews. Like you could really get fucked up. Uh, yeah.
mm,
But like it wasn't like that all the time. Like it was fights in
mm,
the paradox. Let me be really clear with you though. I'm painting like this cute, like pretty ass picture because it was beautiful.
mm.
But you can get your ass kicked in the docks for sure.
It was still
For
against
sure.
the backdrop of, what Baltimore was during the early 2000s, which was, a city on the edge. Now,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you mentioned that, your capacity, you were engineers and engineering intern. Now, what was some of um like things that like you witnessed? Because you was obviously around people all the time, like,
Mhm.
in the studio and stuff like that. So like what are your most like memorable moments in the studio?
Mm. When I was hmm, damn. As far as like with Swift or any of her artists,
Anything in that related to
oh,
the
I'll keep it.
studio.
I'll keep it Swift. I'll keep it about K Swift. Is
That's
when K
fine.
Swift and her artist Young Leak honestly is the reason why I asked to be an intern.
Mm,
I was actually at the studio as a client. I might have been
wow.
like 17,
Mm,
maybe. I I walked in as a client, and when I was walking past one of the studios, I looked in and I seen it was fucking K Swift. But I recognized him from the docs.
Mm.
It was K Swift, Black Star, Young Leak sitting up in the front studio. And I was like, oh, Jiggle was out. And I was like, damn, like, I want to work in the studio. Like, this studio was a lit studio for real. The Young Leak in there, like
Hmm.
Swift in there, like Black Star in there. And I was bold. I asked the studio, the engineer I was working with at the time, CR the show. I was like, hey man, like, y'all need any interns?
Mm.
You know? He was like, oh, I asked Nate, you know. I heard that Nate was like, nah, like, we don't need no intern. Like, the
Mm.
CR pulled from me apparently. And was like, yeah, we got somebody to clean the studio. Like, you want the studio clean? Let's get an intern. You don't need to go to the store and get anything. You have legs on an intern. I had a car. That was, that was bonus. Like,
Mm.
so yeah, man, like that was a big moment for me walking in the studio and seeing Swift
Mm.
and Young Leak and Black Star up there.
I love that, man.
Um, damn, you just really
I
brought
brought
back
you
the reason why.
I brought you
I mean,
back
I'm
to that
sitting
moment.
here, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, man. I'm not from the trenches at all. My
Hmm.
my parents, were able to maintain and keep like a certain level of we
Stability.
never missed a meal. Nothing like that. Went on vacation, went on vacation like North Carolina. It was our vacation. We wasn't
Yeah.
overseas with the shit. But we went out of town. We traveled, a little bit every year to go see family. And so my upbringing was great. My experiences in Baltimore though,
Mm.
crazy. So you talking to somebody who's like really from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not a tough guy at all.
Hmm.
But to make it out of there, bro, um, just like any city, insert city here.
Hmm.
Uh it's a feat. So like that was the foundation that allowed me to move around and be able to even for like I'm still an audio engineer.
Wow.
So I don't think I was bold enough to make that request to be, excuse me, an intern.
Hmm.
Um, but I was really pushed by the fact that like I'm recording in the same studio
Mm.
as K Swift. That's K Swift's artist.
Wow.
That really okay, yeah. Thank you, K Swift.
Mm. Shout out K
Damn,
Swift. Shout out K Swift. Rest in peace. Now, I have a
damn.
question. So, how long were you working or interning at the studio by the time she had passed away? And what was the energy like in the studio after that? What was the energy like in Baltimore and in just radio in general?
Mm. It was fucked up, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
Um,
Damn.
it was like I'm trying to think where I was at when I heard the news, but it was a big deal at the studio. Um, the radio didn't feel the same
Mm.
because you gotta think now. You already figured out I'm a little older. I'm probably way older than you, my boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nephew. Um, especially I ain't been to the barber shop, so I'm
Man, you
I'm
good,
up to
man.
date,
You good,
nephew.
man. You good.
Nah, yeah, man, shit. I'm blessed to be this.
Most definitely, man.
Um, but yeah, the studio, first of all, like we were still working with Amazon.
Mm.
Um, it wasn't the same,
Damn.
honestly. Because she was, not to make it all about business or whatever, but she was the curator of major outlets. She was like an outlet herself.
Mm,
You know, she's a catalyst for so many things. Um, you know, but then like on the side of having like this person you look to, like you look to her voice
mm.
at night to get that club mix. You feel me? Um,
What I'm taking right
but
now is that she was more than just music. She was a feeling that was behind her sound. It was, it was a feeling that you got. Because you're not
yeah,
the first person that mentioned her voice and how unique her voice was on the radio, and
yeah,
how it was like she was like the voice of Baltimore Club. She was more than just
club
a
queen. Yeah,
DJ. Yeah,
yeah,
she really wore that title.
yeah. So like when she passed, it definitely was like this crazy silence. Now, pork chop vocally and on like mix shows was kind of like her right hand man. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And then there was Kelson, which is like her best friend. Um,
mm,
yeah, like I witnessed those guys really hurt, and they didn't hide their pain, like none of that. So they ended up being a voice for our pain at the time, and they also were the voice for our healing. So I want to
mm,
express the gratitude for them for being so close to K Swift, but then also making themselves available to the public to keep us together. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
But
And how did
so
they
it was
go
a lot of
about doing that? Sorry to interrupt, but how did they go
no,
about
yeah.
doing that? Did they still throw the same type of parties? Were they still, like what you mentioned about if it was like a school day, the next day, like okay, there's a party, or were they just like just holding community and just, talking about it on the radio?
We still partied.
Mm,
Um, but after a while, it wasn't the same. I'm be
mm,
honest. I don't really remember
mm,
um, how the fade manifested because it was so smooth,
mm.
but it was fast. Um, like
Damn.
um, I saw this video actually. This guy, this dude from the city, he actually is one of the people that got Baltimore Club on his back right now. One of them, Run It Up Jordan.
Shout out Run
Check
It
him
Up
out if
Jordan.
yeah, if you don't know about Run It Up Jordan, check him out. Like not only is he making fun music, he's dancing,
Mm,
cutting up,
mm.
and like he like one of the I consider him one of the OGs at this point, one of the top dogs of club music and the culture.
I love that.
But he said something that was real crazy that I didn't really remember. Like, if you dance to club music, you was considered like a cornball a little bit after a while. Yeah.
Wait, during
They
that
they
time period?
a little bit after that. A little
Oh,
bit after
after
Swift
that.
passed. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit. So after
Yeah.
she had so what did it go to? It became like, like that hardcore rap style like became prominent
Yeah.
again, like people like, bars, freestyle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of like took over the scene a little bit.
Yeah. I would say a lot of Atlanta shit, a lot of Southern shit was killing everything.
Uh, I
So
see.
you talking about who was hot after that? Like,
I
yeah.
remember Young Jeezy was hot. You
Yeah,
had, you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm
Yep,
saying?
yep, yep.
You know,
Damn. It slowed
G,
down. It
G
slowed down. It was more
yeah.
808s. It was more club was still happening though. I don't want to make it
Mm,
like club like completely die. Like, you
yeah.
still had other promoters and still had the producers and other DJs that was still there were
Yeah.
other parties being thrown. I want to make that real clear. Like I don't want like but Swift, like,
Mm.
yeah, it wasn't the same. Wasn't the same.
What was going on with, people like DJ Technics and Rod Lee and DJ Booby and stuff like that? Like,
Oh, first of all,
hmm
they were always so around the time Swift is doing her
yeah.
thing, so are they.
Yeah.
But she's spinning, if they got something like a dope uh club mix they made or club
hmm
song they make, it's on her mixtape.
I love that. I
She
love
gonna
that.
spend it at the party. I don't really remember or know all in the inner politics of who was fucking with who or not. But I'm saying it
Hmm.
was very likely that you heard they stuff on on Swift tapes. And they were great. Yo, first of all, techniques.
Legend.
You ever seen a video of him?
Yeah. Yeah, man. He's a
Yo,
legend. He's a
what the fuck? Like,
he
and then
earned
like,
he earned that name. That name Techniques is he really earned that, man, because he's a master at his
yeah,
craft. He really is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I wasn't really it was another DJ that was really crazy. Um, a lot of people don't know about. He was he doing shit? It was around that time, maybe a little for Vicious
Mm,
V. He was very great technically.
mm.
This dude would Vicious V would he'd be DJing, he'd be taking his clothes off while he was I swear to God. Yeah, yeah. Vicious V was one of my OGs. But
Wow, man.
yeah, but techniques, Raw Lee, still like we still had them like, I don't want to
Mm,
say like we still had Black Star,
mm.
you know. Um
Shout out DJ
Her birthday
Blackstar.
kind of became a holiday too.
Mm.
So club
Did
music became super attached, to her. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So what I'm getting a sense of now is like club music almost became like nostalgic in a sense, like almost more like a, oh yeah, that's a, put on that throwback instead of the moment, like it had been. It went from being the moment, the movement, to being more like a throwback, like a day of the week type of thing. It wasn't
Yeah.
the city's whole thing. And do you think that the music being taken overseas to England, because it was a smash in Europe,
Hmm.
it's a smash over there. But
Yeah.
you know, like talk to me about that, and talk to me about Jersey Club too. Like, how did y'all feel seeing like Jersey Club? Because Jersey Club went through a slump period too. I feel like it's only in the past five really like really 5 to 10 years like it's had such a resurgence, at least in the States. But like talk
Hmm.
to me what was going through y'all head seeing Jersey, seeing Philly, but really Jersey, like, and that whole movement coming up, and DJ Tom Mill, shout out DJ Tom Mill, but like that
DJ
whole scene,
Sega.
DJ Sega, DJ Wala, Tim Dollar, rest in peace. What was that like? And were they coming down? Because I've heard stories about, from Techniques when I was watching interviews of DJ Tom Mill coming down to Baltimore and getting
Get the
mixtapes
records.
and being in the scene, and being a part of it and showing love. Do you feel like I want you to talk all about that, like whatever comes to your head?
Well, locally,
Mm-hmm.
there's not locally people was like, yo, we made this. Like Baltimore is really
Mm,
it's crazy because like for us to be so locally cultured,
mm-hmm.
it don't be people from the city that come to the city and like of course from the city when it comes it don't be people from the city most times that do the most with the culture. And a
Mm,
lot of times is because of the city's mentality.
mm.
Um,
Dang.
so but back then, you mentioned something you said is the time. Um, Baltimore Club has a texture, you know? It's a certain
Mm-hmm.
type of compression and the way stuff was being produced back then, it wasn't really based on technicality. It was
Mm,
based on the breaks. It was based like mother niggas was in the I don't know if y'all know the term clipping or in the red.
mm-hmm.
But on a mix, the it's hitting the ceiling. But in the
Mm,
club, it was mixed just for that.
mm,
Um, so you talk about a time frame, as far as it being, because it was a couple you said about it being antiquated and in Jersey.
mm-hmm.
Um, the antiquated portion, yeah, it was attached to a time, and I think K Swift was a big marker, almost like a kind of not a cutoff, but like she made it, she kept airspace for this club music. And then you also
Mm,
got to think too, like the way people receive music is different. So club music was made for the club. It is made for the club. It's made for dancing environments. People walking around, we listen to our music on these, like we in a car. I'm in LA traffic and I notice only one person in every car. We listening to whatever in our car. Or we might listen to it in the gym, but then like the clubs wasn't the place to really go as much. So the club music didn't have a place to live.
damn.
So you got to think too, we talking about Jersey and Philly. Jersey still being, I'm sure, I don't think anything might have impacted their party scene because the population is there to support more. Um, Also is adjacent to New York, so it's a lot that can support a scene there. Now, back in the day, like I said, I didn't start DJing until way after Swift. Um, but she inspired the style. But back in the day, people were coming up and down the coast grabbing records and taking them back to Jersey. And there was breaks you can get. Now, it's this one break that kind of inspired like a lot of the club. Oh fuck, it's on my Spotify. I can't think of the
Sing,
name of it, but
sing by Gas.
well,
Sing,
these
sing.
breaks were
That
used.
joint.
So it's Sing Sing, Amen, Think,
Mm-hmm.
um, and there's a few other like breaks, you know what I'm saying, that's chopped up and used. But like all of these breaks is what's being used over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like every
Mm-hmm.
club song, you could pretty much guarantee that somewhere in most of them, you would hear
Mm,
that break. You didn't really get too far away from the break until you got to like people like Black Star and DJ Say What. DJ Say
mm,
What shit's damn near like club techno. Like it's crazy. Like till this day, it sounds like the future. Like listen
mm,
to Rider Girl right now by DJ Black Star and close your eyes, you can see lights like do 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 do. Anyway, but anyway,
mm,
Jersey, I feel like one of the issues I feel that Baltimore people have is the fact that they think it's their sound.
mm.
It is our sound. It's a Baltimore sound. When
Yeah,
it got to Jersey though, it was a little more instrumentation. It
yeah.
was a little more formatting that was closer to what a standard song would be. And then with that formatting, it was a cleaner mix. Since it came a little bit later, it was more based on the technology what people were using. Um, where our music, we found, a lot of the club producers were making their shit on little small computers or on like hardware machines.
Yeah,
As things progress and other producers get close to it, you're going to get further in the future. So it'll be
yeah.
easier to make. Um,
They were still using 808s,
oh yeah, yeah,
right? They were still
yeah,
using actual 808s and programming these drum machines like, for
yeah, yeah.
real, like cooking, you know?
Yeah, Jersey Club is more a little faster,
Yeah.
and the dance is a little different. Like Philly Club dance is a little different. But I will say, like back then, it was like this soft merger. Like if I heard Jersey Club, it definitely sounded different, but I loved it. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? And you
yeah.
had DJ Sega. The reason why I know about Sega because I became a fan of DJ Sega. Hearing him, I think somebody brought him down.
Mm,
And he's hard. Like he got some of the hardest club mixes out like ever.
most
Like
definitely.
so, I had to mention his name. He's one of my favorite. But
Yo,
yeah, like
shout
oh yeah,
on
it's a blend all up and down the coast. So people could complain about the originators. I think as long as people like, yeah, Baltimore is the originators of this.
mm-hmm.
That's always appreciated. But I think as long as everybody dancing,
Mm.
club music for all. You feel me? Like,
I love that. I love that mentality too because it's like, you know, I go to the clubs a lot of times, man, and I used to, being in, New York a lot, because I DJ'd in New York, and I would just see a lot of people just not dancing,
mm,
but then I'll go to certain other parties and I see people dancing, and I think that's the key, man. Like, I think as long as people are dancing, you know, that's the most important thing. But I also think, and this is, why I started my channel, like it's important to hear, the history and know the lineage because, I'm from Jersey, born and raised, man, and I saw the genesis of Jersey Club when I was in like middle school, man. Like
Mm.
that whole era you talk about 2006, I was in middle school, man. I was a jit, you know what I'm saying? So I was just seeing like, I remember the first time I saw the Wu-Tang. I remember all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But like now I see a lot of people, and it's usually people from the UK, and they mean well. Shout out, to all the people in the UK who support this music. But, even in the States, people calling it just Jersey. And I was like, that's not right. You know what I'm saying?
All
Like
right.
it's not okay. Like it's okay for this music to take off and go places and flourish, but you gotta show respect. You gotta pay homage. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, that's how a lot of our music has gotten whitewashed, because a lot of these, no shade to, the European promoters, because they have helped a lot of DJs, DJ into their 40s and their 50s and make everlasting careers. A lot of club DJs are still DJing in Europe and the UK. So it's not a terrible thing, but I will say this: a lot of the music gets whitewashed, and a lot of it loses its rawness. And I think you know that's an important aspect too. And like for you, how does it feel like when you see people just calling it Jersey, or you see like people that mean well just not paying homage, or to Baltimore like that?
They don't know.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? I think people will educate you if you don't. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
if you're gonna be into any type of art, you feel me?
Mm,
Any type of art, you might want to study the people who might have came before you, and the way it got to you. Like you mentioned, fuck it, it's the truth. You mentioned how Europeans whitewash things, you know. It's understood that it's a very, very special energy in that 130 beats per minute. And the fact that people can move their bodies, and any movement, like if you go back tribally, these movements were like, if you look at like, Baltimore club music dances, there's a lot of footwork.
mm,
Jersey's a lot of footwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, that's some Native American ass shit.
mm-hmm,
What were you doing? What were you manifesting? What was you putting together when y'all was doing that footwork years ago? And how
mm,
it kept up with us now and how it's still being utilized and moved around. And like I said, it might even be an unconscious thing, but the nature of the European just historically is shown to adopt and change it, you
mm,
know? Um, so yeah, I try not to I don't know. I try not to be so neutral and shit, but I try not to give it too much anger or too much attention because I think just as beautifully as we created that thing,
mm,
we got plenty more in us.
mm,
But yeah, it makes me be like people should be. First of all, let me be really clear. I spent a lot of time partying in like the EDM scene, and
mm-hmm,
most of the EDM DJs are white boys.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember being at these raves and hearing, don't you? I'm like, is that club music coming out the motherfucking speaker?
Yeah.
And a part of me is like this. I'm prideful of it. Like, yes, this is beautiful. Look at all of these people dancing.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? Um, I don't know if that would ever make me angry,
mm,
honestly. What would
mm,
make me feel even better though
mm,
is if we had a brother up there. If we had DJ Black Star up there, Mighty Mark, Run It Up Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm,
if we had Matic 808, you know, so many DJs that are still alive that can play you a crazy club set. Rod, it's people you can call right now
Mm-hmm.
that will fuck up your night in the best way possible. So I think just giving light to the actual DJs that do Baltimore Club and putting them on these big stages. Of course, these
Mm,
DJs got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of them, honestly. Like I spent my time and came up in the scene in Baltimore. Well, I had
mm,
opportunity to play club music alongside Black Star. Like, yo, it's just really, I think at this point, getting the curators of the sound more in front of the people.
mm.
You see, while we still, I'm not saying anybody about to fall off and die, but while we still have access to some of the originators of the craft that are still youthful, that is, you know
Yeah.
what I mean,
Nah,
and that can
yeah.
give us that,
Mm.
you know,
Still performing, still
yeah,
DJing, still, looking good, still got, still got some juice in them. Let's get them on the stage. Let's book them.
yeah. I say
Yeah.
like this: anybody watching this,
Mm-hmm.
DJ Blackstar,
Mm.
I personally want to hear an hour of DJ Blackstar
Mm.
doing whatever he does right
Mm.
now. He's in played so many nights of club music, he might be tired of it. But I'm
Mm.
just imagining, I've always imagined DJ Blackstar on like the big stage.
Mm.
His voice.
Mm.
He has a voice on
Mm.
the mic. The Rider, like, you know the song Rider Girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He still is making shit like that
Mm.
today. Today,
Mm.
he's still DJing. He's still in Baltimore DJing right now. Hella kids DJing. Killing
Wow.
it though. Like, I would love to see him on the festival stage. It's a lot of dance crews in Baltimore, a couple of them.
I
They
love
really get
that.
together and dance, like
And they,
TSU.
yeah. W-
Um,
let me ask you this. What do you think has brought about this resurgence in Baltimore? Do you think like Baltimore is like at a point where it's like, you know what? Like this our shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's really represent. This is the original place it came from. Do you think that's why there's, been like more of a resurgence of club music in Baltimore in these recent years?
um, like I said, like I don't want to say it ever left. It
Mm-hmm.
found its pockets for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say
The dancers have kept it
the
alive.
dancers kept it alive.
I love that.
They was still in the basement shaking off when there was
Mm,
no club, linking up and getting together for the joy of the dancing. You see what I'm saying? I think I would say the dancers kept it alive.
wow.
And we look and like I said, it's this white dancers, two of them I really fuck with. One of them named Shags, can't think of the other name, other dude name,
Mm.
but they be cutting up. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like if you grew up around the way in the city, like you know, he cut up. These dudes that be at the football games, yo.
Mm.
Like, performing for the whole stadium. Like, so for me, I think the dancers have been the they done had that shit on their back for real. The dancers, yeah.
Hell yeah. Now let's get back to you. So, you know, walk us through your journey with music, production, your artistry, and how
Hmm.
Baltimore Club has influenced you, and if it's like a component now of your sound, um, and how, now you're in LA, you're doing your thing and stuff like that. Like, take us on that journey of what was like, from the internship to get into where you are now, and like, the key moments of your, progress.
Yeah, I'll give you the key moments for sure, just to make it fast.
No, take
And
take your
how
time. Take your time.
oh this could be lengthy. I'm 38, bro. I'm
Hey
a young
man.
38,
Hey
but it's
man,
like,
take your
damn,
time, man. We
I
we
done a
we
lot.
here. I got the unlimited Zoom.
Oh shit, you gonna pay the price. Okay, let's do
Yeah,
it.
man. Let's do it.
So yeah, in high school, excuse me, excuse me. Damn. in high school,
Hmm.
I was in a rap group called H Mill.
H
It
Mill.
was me, my man Dre, Derek, which went by Tactics, and my man Clay, who went by Flint the Kid.
Mm.
I went by Skeeter at the time.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, we would all link up at the crib at the school. Um, and we would record in my basement on, a mic like this one, but I had it plugged into a tape deck with a CD player. So I would get instrumentals off the computer, put them on a CD, put it in a CD player, and you can record onto the tape like karaoke style. And if you wanted to dub it, we would dub it. I would put another tape in there, put the other tape in the other one, and dub it anyway.
That's
So we was
so
recording
cool,
in the
bro.
basement. Yeah, necessity had to make it happen. And then I found you
Yeah.
can record on the computer. Oh fuck! I took my mother's computer from upstairs and brought it to the basement. Whoa! Started making my own CDs, bro. Oh my god. So yeah, like that, just doing that with the crew gave me a real technical experience. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Technically, also like I was always trying to find out how to make my crew sound better. So one time, one of the excuse me, one of the group members' moms came down in the basement. She's like, "It's cruddy down here. Like, y'all pissing in this toilet? That's crazy." Like, so wait a minute, you set all this up yourself? I'm like, I did. She's like, wow, like, you can get paid for doing this. It's called engineering.
Mm.
I was like, oh, really? It's called engineering. Okay, cool. So I was the engineer for the crew, didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So in high school, we would sell CDs out the car, and we were performing all the school shit. Um, so like people in school knew us for music. That helped. That still helps today. Because having people in that circle was like we went to school with actually one of the girls. Well, she was there in my ninth grade year. I think she started going to another school after that. This girl, Pinky, was throwing all of the parties.
Mm.
She was throwing parties too. Anyway, uh, but I wasn't really around her like that. Back to my story. Shit.
Yeah, back to your story.
So graduated high school, the group kind of breaks up a
Mm.
little bit. Like one of us went to college in Indiana, and the other three of us kind of just was
Mm.
here. I kept doing music though.
Mm.
So I found out, I was getting in studios and stuff, working with my crew because we was really in studios like that though. Let me make that real clear. We was a real legit rap group. Like we was flirting with ideas of getting signed. We had a label that was like looking to sign us, shit like that. We was going up to
Mm.
New York to record. So I was having
Wow.
access to like real, like we was working with producers that was getting placements with Dipset, shit like that. I want to make it real
Wow.
clear. We were like no bullshit rap group. Like we was for real, like type shit. Like we did that. Like we actually built the persona, all that. We pressed up CDs. We sold them for $5. I made the artwork. I mixed it, all of that. Like
Did
we
it
was on some
did
masterpiece shit.
Was there an A&R in this situation, or was the
No,
studio that you was at
no.
interning at like
It was
helpful?
4 kids, bro. Four
Wow.
kids, and my mom and dad being cool with us cussing in the basement.
Oh yeah, because this was the MySpace era, so you was putting all that shit on MySpace.
No, we was selling CDs. This was sell CDs out the trunk era.
Oh damn. So damn, this was before the MySpace
MySpace
era.
wasn't even, yeah, we Nextels. We talking about chirp Nextels, dummy.
Shit.
You feel me? Like we talking about, yeah. Damn, that was a minute, see? Pre-side. So, but no, the way we got put on with all of the other shit, like literally
Hmm.
we were I was literally we was literally freestyling on my porch, and some dude walked down the street was like, yo, I know a guy. How do we meet that dude?
Mm.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I met him. So literally was freestyling on the porch, and this dude was walking down the street. The most storybook shit. I was like, "Yo, y'all can rapping?" Like, yeah, we was freestyling with this random guy. He was like, "Yo, I know a guy, and I know a guy." So he introduced us to this dude that had a label, and this guy was like, "Yo, I want y'all to come to Binghamton, New York, and record with us." We was like, "Hell yeah!" Didn't go to prom that year. I spent my prom money on that trip.
Wow.
We went up there and we recorded on a couple of beats that ended up being Jewel Santana's. Yeah, which was like a really crazy feeling because we had some nice songs.
Mm,
Anyway, so that was like early, like the earlier part of my music career. Then after high school, I wanted to take matters into my own hands, so I did some research and I was finding out. No, actually, I kept on by myself as an artist, and I met this other guy
mm.
in a random way. I was in a car with my girlfriend and her family. I'm right it's after high school, and we were pulling up to their crib and they ran over a dog. I know what the fuck are you
Shit.
talking about, Val? So the dog owner was a music producer, bro. That yeah, right, random music producer, and I was still recording stuff, by
Mm,
myself, and my shit was sounding pretty cool. So I played him. So he was like, "Yo, this is great! Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm introduced to this guy. So introduced to this other dude. This, he had a Jamaican guy had a record label. He was working on. He was a manager, and he took me to Above Ground Studios where I got, he paid for the session and everything. I didn't like the fact that I had to rap on reggae beats. I'm not a reggae. I got locks now, but I have no ties to Jamaica that I know of. Shout out to the Jamaican
Shout out
homies.
to Jamaica.
Yeah, but I have no blood ties. You know what I'm saying? No family
Yeah, the
ties,
dance
DNA ties.
hall, the reggae, that
We
just
love it
wasn't your
though.
vibe. Yeah,
Nah,
it
but
wasn't your
that's
sound.
but it was his sound, his money.
Yeah.
But he introduced to a dope studio, so I ended up booking
Mm,
this studio session on my own with my Burger King money that I
mm,
worked hard to get, and pulled up, and literally the first session I booked when I came in, that's when I walked past the first studio and I saw Leak and Swift and Black Star in the front. I was like, oh fuck.
wow. So it's full
Yeah.
circle. All right, I see. I
Yeah.
see. So we're back at, the beginning where we started.
Yeah. They
That's
the reason why I was like, yo, can I intern here? Like,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
if I didn't see Swift in them, I probably would have still asked, but they definitely legitimized what was happening in that space for me. I was like, this is a real the studio was hard, like, you know. Um, and
Mm,
everybody recorded there. So I started
mm,
interning there around like 2005, six.
wow.
Then I was interning at the time, we working with an artist named C Artist Show. And he had a number one song on the radio called Know You Better. So I
Mm,
was around for all of that, like all of the hoopla with that. Like I got an opportunity to see how a record could be promoted. I got an opportunity to see uh how influence works.
mm,
I learned how to mix and master songs. I watched these guys mix Know You Better a lot. And I got a chance to see an artist be developed, you know,
mm,
and be around an artist and very talented. Like he's a see Artist Show. Um, we had some differences a few years ago. I hope he's well.
mm,
He was definitely a major influence on how I record and still record today.
mm.
But he was the first engineer at Above Ground I worked with. And he was a guy who
Who's vouched for
pretty
you?
much, yeah.
Yeah, when you first, yeah.
But Nate Middleman is a guy still, as well, that
Mm,
showed me a lot. The owner of Above Ground Studios.
mm,
Um, so being around him and watching how he put people in places to do shit,
mm,
very influential. So just that whole period between 2006 to yeah, whenever, I was around a lot of the hype that was going on in the city. So I'm
mm,
at the club walking past the line. I'm
And you were
standing. I'm
you
yeah.
were
I'm in the
behind the
21 and over
scenes.
spots. Yeah, I'm in the 21 and over spots now. I'm 18. You feel me? I didn't drink nothing,
This is
but I'm
so
in the DJ booth.
crazy.
I'm
This is so
standing in the DJ
crazy.
booth. Who is this guy up here? Oh, he's the engineer at the studio. And it was
Wow.
me and Jay Oliver. He went by Jay Baby at the time. It's his producer from Baltimore. Legendary in my opinion. Jay
Mm,
Oliver. Um, Me and him were interns around the same time at Above Ground,
mm,
so he could tell you some stories. But uh, yeah, that was a fun time being young and like being a kid, being around all of that craziness.
mm.
So yeah, intern there and ended up being like a show enough engineer after a while. Work with hella people, man. A lot of talent in Baltimore at the time, and still, I recorded Future. That was one of my biggest sessions at the time.
Wait, Future came to Baltimore and you
Yeah,
recorded?
actually, Future was
Was
working with an artist in Baltimore for a minute. This is like way after Swift, of course.
wow.
Around the time, he got that song Rihanna.
Mm.
Tony Montana was going crazy.
So
I
this is like
think
2010.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he came
Damn.
in to do a feature. Actually, he walked in. His manager, whoever called me, was like, "Hey, you the engineer?" Like, yeah. He's like, "Yo, just had a beat playing, and Future just gonna walk in." So I was like, "Okay, cool." So let the beat rock, and he was doing a feature with this group that was in there. He
Yeah.
walked in, and the group wasn't even there yet, which was crazy. He walked in, he just started rapping, like, "Oh shit!" And he was like, walked around the room just saying something. I go, "Oh, yeah, you did." I got it, and walked in the booth. I was like, "In the auto tune?" He's like, "Nah, yeah." And he went in there and laid down the verse and the hook, like so fast, and it was great. I was like, this shit is crazy. Like this, and I was still not really hip to Future like that.
Mm.
My brother was. This is Pluto time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this dude is crazy. I was a fan after that session, bro. I was like, yo, whoa, like, yeah. So
Damn.
yeah, that was cool. But like so many great local artists. I could start a list, but I don't want to get in trouble
What
because I might miss.
was Ra Ra? Did you work with her?
Oh my God. I haven't had a chance to work with Rara.
Ra Ra is the shit, man. She
Yeah,
she she
man.
was she went global, man, and that's so dope too, man. Like she really did a thing with MIA and everything. She went global with that era. Like
I wish she can get a penny for every time her what gets sampled. Because it's funny because you know how it works. If it's under a certain amount of time, it's not, it's almost like fair
yeah,
use. But her
yeah.
voice is like the foundation for so many club songs and just I used it. Sorry, Rara. But Black Star chopped that and used it. Her and Black Star is like Missy
Timberland.
and Timbaland
Damn.
to me. So I haven't had a chance to work with her. I met her a lot of occasions. I would
Hmm.
love to work with her.
Yeah.
Her
She
energy is
she's
so dope.
she's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I see her, coming, like doing a thing. Cause I was like, damn, cause she was like real big at one like point. It was like I feel like she was almost like a harder version of Santi Gold almost, if that makes any sense. Like a more like rah rah version of Santi Gold because they was like almost aligned in that era, like coming up in that era. I remember, when I was in high school, like my freshman and my sophomore year and stuff like that, seeing
Uh,
them. But she was in 21 Jump Street, like she was getting Hollywood, and then I didn't really hear much from her for a minute, and now
yeah.
I see she's doing her thing again, and it's
Hmm.
really dope to see. So, If she sees this, yo, what's up, rah rah? I'd love to interview
Yeah.
you. But yeah, take us on your journey now, like these last 10 years, um, and your development and your growth and how you feel like that internship at that studio like really helped you.
The internship was really the foundation,
Mm-hmm.
um, honestly, like my career and my capability of eating today.
Mm.
I give yeah, that was really the start. Because it allowed me to get a technical insight of music in general. Like I was already doing it, but to really learn from the best Nate NCR. Um, so yeah, after that, I kept engineering in the studios, but I wanted to add a little more to it, so I started DJing, bro. Um,
So this came afterwards. So you did the opposite. Because a lot of DJs start
yeah,
out DJing and then get into engineering, get into, producing and stuff. So you started with the engineering and then moved into DJing.
yeah, and I produce as well. I got beats with like local artists and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and beats for myself. Like I drop music. Um, but around like 2000, I want to say 14 or something like that. I saw this K Tronada set because
Mm,
I would watch Boiler Room all the time because I just like what Boiler Room produce. And they dropped this Canada this set from Canada. And this dude K Tronada's up there, and I'm like, oh shit, this shit is great. Literally the one with the girl dancing next to him.
hmm.
He
Yeah.
pauses and shit. I'm watching it. I'm like, yo, I want to go to a boiler room. You feel me? Like, shit's crazy. And always wanted a DJ one. Haven't had the opportunity. My man DK DJ one.
Mm,
Um, yeah. So uh, I started DJing around that time, and I DJed for a full year before I threw my first party. Cause I didn't want to be
wow.
bullshit. Like I'm talking about, I was around DJs like real ones. You know.
Yeah.
So I was really important now to get my skills up to that point. But my music and song selection and my style blend, my style
Hmm.
um is my own. But I saw K Tronada set and then I heard a set by Cashmere Cat,
Mm.
who spins a lot of Jersey Club. Look up Cashmere Cat back in that time. He was putting a lot of Jersey Club in this shit. A couple Philly bangers too. But he was
Mm.
at he excuse me, they were at festival spinning Jersey Club and it was going up. And then they would put their own spin on the Jersey Club. Insane. I heard that Cashmere Cat set and was like, wow,
Mm.
okay, cool. So I went and bought me a little cheap little Newmark controller. My girl at the time was like very upset because I probably shouldn't have been spending that money on a controller.
Mm.
Got my skills up. Did my first party at above ground.
Mm.
You feel me? Did my first party at the
Hmm.
studio. Uh the DJs, it was me, DK the Punisher, Juwan Allen, who is better known as Bush Dawson now,
Mm.
and um, what did we call him at the time? A man Toyo, but he went by Diligence at the time, and that was our first party, and that shit was cool.
Hmm.
Um, but it broke the ice, and we got booked for a Black Friday party by Black Star. Oh, so yo, dreams come true. So it was this club called The Crown, and shit is no longer.
Mm.
Um, But Black Star would do this Black BLAQ Friday party,
Mm.
and it was me, DK, Histo, Jess Beats was her name at the time, but she eventually went on to go by Trill Nature.
Mm.
I think that was her first DJ set too. She's a great DJ. Um,
Wow.
But that was my first time spending it at the Crown, which I frequented so often. And I spun a house and club set. And
Wow.
yeah, that shit went up. That shit went up. And then the after party after that was crazy. It got shut down. But Histo, look up Histo. You want to talk about a club? Oh man, look up Histo.
Mm,
HI dollar sign TO.
mm,
Mean. Anyway, so yeah. But that night was like we arrived. We DJ'd at the Crown. Me and DK was big, we big vibe. We DJ'd at the Crown.
and gigs
Arrived.
just started coming after that.
Um, I was throwing out parties for the
Mm,
most part, but yeah, we got gigs after that. Our first true booking was actually by DJ. I want to say it's Histo, but Sean Smallwood and
mm,
Ducky Dynamo. They booked us for our first gig ever.
mm,
So not our first gig, it was our first gig ever getting booked on.
mm.
Um, so yeah, shout out to Ducky and Sean.
Shout out to Ducky and
Um,
Sean.
yeah. And Ducky is actually, I would consider her like the mayor of club music right now.
Mm,
She's doing a lot in the realm of keeping the recognition alive for
mm.
what club music is to Baltimore City. Um,
Hell yeah. How
she's
is she
one of them
doing
too.
that? How is she doing that in your opinion?
She's spinning club music, bro.
Mm,
She's dedicated her life and career, in my opinion, to spinning club music. Because every time I've DJed with her,
mm,
matter of fact, they responsible for get. I've always wanted to spin at the Paradox, and they got us booked at the Paradox. Fucking Sean and Ducky, man. I don't know what they like, what they doing today, but I mean, I see Ducky more online, but Ducky
mm.
is she is the in my opinion one of the club queens.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Also, another person that kept club music. You want to talk about club queens? Another person that kept club music alive. She's
Mm-hmm.
not from Baltimore. She'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Is TT the artist?
TT the artist. I think I've heard of her. I
Yeah,
think I've
yeah.
heard of
She's
TT.
not from Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
but she'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
But her sound, her and Mighty Mark, to me, is like another Batman and Robin.
Mm.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So she's more into her visual art and stuff today. Like she be directing movies and shit. Like,
I don't know if you ever heard of this DJ. She's from Jersey, but DJ V, Viana.
hmm
She's oh, you know?
yeah, yeah. I seen her. I seen her name.
She be killing it, man. She's on fire on SoundCloud, man. Her mixes and she's doing her thing right
hmm
now for real, man. She's
Oh
she's
yeah,
going she's going crazy. And
yeah.
she's been in the club movement for a minute too in Jersey. So I definitely want to give her a shout out, man. Of course,
Hell yeah.
damn, what's her name? Shit, what's her name? The other one. She from Jersey too, man. Damn. She's definitely a club queen. I'm trying to remember her name too. I can't. Her name is on the tip of my tongue. You definitely know who this is. You may or may not, but
She got go. She use her voice a lot.
she's a little bit more. Yeah, she does, and she has some releases through a like UK record label. I think
I want to say it started with like a P.
it started with a P. It's something. Damn it. I can't think of her name
We'll
right now.
figure it.
Damn.
Her name will pop in your head before
It
it's over with.
will. It will. It will.
Yeah,
So it's all good. But yeah,
yeah.
man. So now that you're in LA, um, and are you more focused now on DJing regularly, or you're more focused on engineering? That's more of the lane you're in now.
To be honest, I've definitely been more engineering, and I have
Mm-hmm.
not been engineering music as much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been engineering music for particular artists because
Mm-hmm.
I've been engineering for so long and it turned into like a hustle.
So
So I'm clean. I had to kind of I just really wanted to get into other forms of using my skills.
yeah.
But I still do DJ. You know, I
Hmm.
kind of been chilling on throwing parties, man.
Mm,
I've been really more excited to get back into it lately, because it just been like more inspired lately, you know. But
most definitely.
um, I just like I wasn't inspired to party as much, you
Mm,
know. I was way more inspired to get my brain, heart, and life together. So I
yeah.
took a personal break from just dealing with people. Not that dealing with people sucked, but because that's not it. It's just like
Yeah.
I just took a break from because heartbreak make you sit your ass down.
I
You know,
feel that, man. I
yeah,
told
heartbreak.
I
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm real vocal about my, sobriety and my journey. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, man, and being in rehab and living in a sober house and all that type of stuff, man. So I had to, it took a year for me to sit my ass down too, man, but you
Hmm.
know, I wouldn't be, where I am at without that year, you know what I'm saying, of just being able to just get all my life, all my things together. And now I'm back to where I wanted to be. I'm farther than where I was before. And
Proud of you, dog.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot, man. And I appreciate you
Hell
being
yeah.
so open about your journey too, because that made me want to share that too. It
Hmm.
doesn't feel like an interview, low key. It feels like, like we really, you know what I'm saying, chopping it up on some like brother to brother shit.
For
But
sure.
you actually, man, and I'm loving this conversation because you're touching on things that I want to ask you before I even ask you.
Hmm.
Planning a party is so much work. It's so much that goes into it, and you have a lot of experience, man, just being behind the scenes, and seeing
Hmm.
the work that goes into things. Like you were out on the dance floor, but you was also in the DJ booth. You was,
Yeah.
in the basement, breaking tracks up and doing your thing, but you was also in the studio seeing how tracks are made. So you
Yeah.
have always like been behind the veil in a sense with your music career because you've seen how shit is actually made, how things are done, but you also, you know, still have that you're still not jaded, when it comes to being a part of the movement, which is actually very rare, because usually when people are behind the scenes, they get like, y'all don't really know. This is how it is. You know what I'm saying? They get like a
Yeah.
jaded mentality, but you don't have that. Can you tell us why? And also break down this like what makes a great party, like planning wise, like and how is that lacking in a lot of parties today?
Mm. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna answer your second question and remind me your first question again, because I want to answer that properly.
The first question was basically how have you not become
Oh
jaded
yeah, and
in a
become jaded.
sense
Yeah, yeah.
because you were behind the scenes so much of a lot of Baltimore Club,
Hmm.
but just a lot of music in general in your career, but you still have like a vigor. You still seem like you still I feel that love that you have for Baltimore Club for that era of your life. Um,
Yeah.
you
I'm
know.
I'm not really a super nostalgic person as much as it may
Mm-hmm.
come across. I do appreciate memories,
Mm-hmm.
but I know the work is forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to keep myself like this is
Mm.
I'm not saying it's a hard job, but it's a
Mm.
full-time job and it's a beautiful one.
Mm.
To not get jaded, I'm gonna come clean, bro. I took a whole break. I think allowing myself to be like, let me step away from this thing for a minute.
Mm.
I got far away from Baltimore
Mm.
because, like I said, it was one of the biggest heartbreaks I could have experienced in my life, and
Mm.
it wasn't even from like a girl, you know. It was
Mm.
from like the love that you have for a scene
Mm.
seemingly turned around on you in a weird
Damn.
way. So
Damn.
I was like, I didn't have the patience to deal with it. Um, the scene was going through a moment and it wasn't no parties really, so it wasn't no way to make money. I
Mm.
was like, yo, I need to do something for my career and for my family. Because
Mm.
honestly, at the time, all I had to offer was parties. Just being real. I mean, I'm a great guy, you know what I'm saying? But like, um, and my contribution to the nightlife during that time is great. Um, but I just wanted more for myself. Um, so stepping away from DJing for a while, just like mainstream DJing allowed me to stay excited about it. Because if I would have tried to pound and just keep doing what I'm doing through being emotionally disrupted, I wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been fun for my audience. I didn't want people questioning if they should be there. I just wanted people to be able to come out and really enjoy time and allow myself to heal. You know,
Mm. Most definitely,
um,
man.
yeah. So
And how
um,
old were you around that time
when I
when you stepped away and you took that time to heal? Like, because it was like a lot of,
it's
you know,
2021.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was a lot going on, man. And things I don't
Mm.
even like bringing up simply because
Mm-hmm.
shit is irrelevant. Like
Most definitely.
some days I can't believe I allowed it to disrupt my peace like it did. And
Mm.
I'm not regretful of having any emotion toward it, but like the heartbreak was really the biggest hurdle. Feeling like you
Mm.
had so much love and support, which I still have. That was
Mm.
really the biggest realization too. You know, for people that will end up watching this that love
Mm-hmm.
me,
Mm.
thank you.
Mm.
When I remember that, bro, it was this girl I used to deal with. I don't want to say deal. We were kind of together, kind of not type shit, but very beautiful person.
Mm.
Um, and one thing she said to me, she said, Val, more people love you. You know what I'm saying? More people love you than anything else. You
Mm.
know.
Yeah.
Um, so I remembered that, and like I said, giving myself space because like Baltimore was a very small city,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really from there,
Mm.
and I had too many thoughts about like pulling up on it, like you know what I mean, like so like to be better for myself, my family.
Mm.
I decided to go to a place where I had connections and opportunities, and
Mm.
since I've been out here, I've been able to actually secure a career where I feel like I can support my family. Over the past few years, it took some years, bro,
Mm.
and sacrificing time with my family, which you don't get back.
Mm.
So right now it's just like
Yeah.
since I have the means, now I can really enjoy my family, and my family can really enjoy the sacrifice of the time that we didn't get a chance to spend over the past few years.
I
Like my
love
kids is
that.
big, like they getting big, and I'm over here, they in Baltimore. It's not fun.
Wow. Mm.
So now, since I had the opportunity to give myself space from just a really tight city
Mm-hmm.
and be able to spread my talents out here from engineering to being the camera I'm on right now, like I do that professionally. I'm an engineer for media. I do media for a media company,
Wow.
and been a part of some really great shows and podcasts. And just keeping the studio up and moving and running for everybody to be able to keep their shit going has been the landing point for me right now. I'm still DJing. I got a party. I got a brunch I'm DJing Tuesday, and then after I'm DJing a comedy show 2 weeks from now.
Hell yeah.
So it's
Now
like,
that ties in perfectly with that second question because you answered that first one, perfectly.
mhm.
What goes into and this is for the DJs now, because we was talking to
Yeah.
everybody kind of, but what goes into having a great party and planning a great party and creating that buzz around it and getting people aware of it? Like, what goes into that, and how do you feel like a lot of parties and a lot of, events miss the mark, you know?
Mm, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you first of all, Big Vibe Presents is my event curation company. Okay.
Mm,
And we threw some of the biggest and best parties in fucking between like I want to say 2017 and 2020.
mm.
So you're talking to the right guy. Um, so first of all, guy has some money to throw a party.
Mm,
No, you don't. No, the fuck. You just gotta have a building.
mm,
All you need is a space, a safe space with bathrooms for women where they not scared to go in.
mm.
Is the nicer the better, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I started getting into booking my own shows and throwing my own parties because I wasn't getting booked.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm,
first thing you need is a space. I would say have it attached to a concept.
mm.
Once you get your space and concept, you got your date. Make sure you give yourself a month and a few weeks out. Hire a graphic designer, please.
Don't try to do it yourself, yo.
I mean, if you have to,
Mm,
but if you can afford it, afford it. Put it on your taxes,
mm, mm,
you know, or whatever. If you know, for my tech, I'm still learning that shit. But yeah, step one, once you get your date, make sure it's at least 30 days out
mm,
because you want that month to push, right? And once you got your theme, you know what type of music you want to play, what type of DJs you bringing through. Now you can tell people this is what you can this is what you can expect at this party. We playing
mm,
hip hop, R&B, house, club, slow jams, motherfuckers. Come through, get your work. You
mm,
feel me? Um, so I would say during the promotion phase, remember that this party has a whole life. The promotion phase is like incubation. You know what I'm saying? You in the womb with it. You got your belly is growing, so anticipation has to be a thing.
mm,
Um, Especially when it's around a theme. Um, this day and age, people consume a lot of content, so putting some money behind your promotion. But
mm,
so many ways. Like talking to you right now, right?
mm-hmm.
If I had a party next week, that would have been really great, right?
Yeah.
Because this media is just stuff that people can see my face. And then they might see a video of me DJing. I might drop a blend. I might drop a mashup or something these days. And
Mm,
because people now are following the DJs. Now, as far as the experience, you want your experience to be the same as what you're promoting. So when you think about McDonald's, when you see a McDonald's commercial, you see the burger.
mm-hmm.
The burger might not look like that when you get it, but when you go in, the golden arches are the same, the colors are the same, the theme is the same,
Mm,
and the sound is good. If you can't do extravagant lighting, just make it simple. You need one light for people to be able to
mm,
see and not trip. Don't need
mm,
to be bright, right? Um, so I'm trying to keep it mad simple because you don't need a lot, especially when you're just starting off. Um, I did say a good bathroom for the ladies because that's very important. Water.
mm, mm.
You ever been to a party, a DIY party, and there was no water in there? I have. Bar full of liquor. Water's gone. Water. Um, but I'm saying water because you
Yeah.
want to have something there for the people to be able to ingest to keep them in it,
Mm,
not just liquor. Water to keep
yeah.
people hydrated and literally keep people there all night and enjoying it without passing out. You want to
Exactly.
encourage it. And I think this day and age too, you want to be way more encouraging of safe practices at events. You know what I'm saying? Like somehow sneak in, like if you a weirdo, stay your ass home because y'all
Mm-hmm.
weirdos fucked up a lot. I was
Mm-hmm.
in a party scene, bro. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But if you weird, stay your ass inside. I would say don't make it like the front of the flyer, but like sneak it in there. Like this is, now once the party starts, you got your. I know I'm skipping around. So you got your month to promote.
Mm-hmm.
You already got your theme, so you know your target audience. You know the music you playing, your promotion, your videos and stuff should look like kind of what your party is gonna feel like. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you're gonna build that theme into your party. If your party's gonna be a simple party with one light, your promotion should be as simple with one light. Or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. If your theme is a super galactic shit, people might show up thinking that you're gonna have some amazing audio visual setup. And that might not be the
Mm-hmm.
case. I'm not saying don't shoot for that, but make sure your promotion is gonna live up to the hype.
Make sure it
People,
matches up.
yeah. So the promotion is his own thing. You'll figure that part out. You get up to actually doing the party. You done sold your tickets, you're plentiful, partyful is lit, whatever. You want to make sure that people's experience from the line, that the security is not barking on people unnecessarily, the outside is under control. You want to make sure that like the entry process is very like smooth and fluid
Mm-hmm.
because all this counts to your party. People gonna come back, right? They get
Mm-hmm.
in, DJ for the time of the night, DJ for the amount of the audience that you got there. If you got 10 people on the floor, DJ for the 10 people, but be
Mm-hmm.
mindful that this is for 10 people,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you're opening DJ like an opener. Don't DJ too relaxed. You want to kill, but DJ like an opener. Don't, leave some stuff for the closing DJs. Be respectful, but fucking kill it. Because you setting the scene, you know? Parties should flow, in my personal opinion. They should have dynamic, but it's really nice when you can go from, say, 90 and end up at 120. That's a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Then you break it back down somehow. You can be artful with it. But I feel like a good smooth ramp up is beautiful because it's a journey. If somebody walks in, it's already lit. They gotta find their way into the vibe. They'll figure
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
Curate parties based on the DJs. And when I say that, I mean if you know a fire house music DJ, bring in the house music DJ. You play the hip hop and R&B that night, but when it get to 120 or 115, you got to bring the professional on because that's why you booked them. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
came because you want to spend what you spend, but house tonight is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the house guy in. Don't be selfish. Mr. 14th is me. I love DJs. So at the time, especially, I was really paying attention to who was spinning and who wasn't getting as much shine as they should. Like, this motherfucker's crazy. I'll book him. I'll get the flyers really nice. I'll hit my graphic designer up. I'll hire a videographer. We would shoot the promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Promotion looked like a movie. When people got to the spot, we had two rooms rocking, right? This experience. I hired a set designer. I hired the lighting guys, projectionists, right? Um, yeah. And the reason
That's
why I
so
said you gotta have money because you gotta have a budget to pay. Depending on the experience you want to have, you want to pay them off top. Because I did catch myself in some hot water where I had to pay some guys back after a party, and that wasn't fun. I felt terrible. Like
yeah.
glad they were patient and they weren't like mob members. So I know that's like the most boring way to say to do it because it
No,
just takes a technical turn.
this is helpful because I feel like this is how people miss the mark a lot of times is they focus on, a lot of the, superficial things and not the technical things. And it's important, because
Yeah.
I feel
And know
like,
how to DJ,
yeah,
please. Like that's important.
most definitely.
Learn a transition, learn a blend. Like don't just do what we seen on TikTok is great.
Hmm.
but be creative.
Mm,
Like really dig. Because no
mm,
matter what people say, if they come to your party and didn't hear anything new, I don't
mm.
know if you did your job that night. Maybe that's just DJing me. Um, the big debate right now is that artists, not artists, but DJs are only playing like old music. I feel like, yo, there's so much good new shit still,
Yeah,
but the old music is easy to play because we can all sing along.
yeah.
So consider that. You want points in
Hmm.
your party where you get people synchronized. Like I'm about to start giving big vibe sauce.
Please do.
Fucking sauce is free. Cause big, I don't know, big vibe sauce. I only talk to big vibe sauce to four people,
Mm,
and I would name them, but I prefer that they named them.
mm,
Because I'm not the guy to try to take credit for somebody's style. The big vibe
yeah.
sauce is not their style though, but it's like this
Mm.
scientific element that like I gotta hold on to. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's a secret sauce. Oh shit, this is real.
Yeah, because it's
This
it's,
is
it's really
real.
a vibe. Like big vibe
Yeah.
is I'll say this. The reason why big vibe is what it is, as
Hmm.
far as the name, how it feels, and what it is historically in Baltimore, big vibe in my mind literally stands for one vibe, one energy. So if we all singing this one song to this one thing together, for example, unfortunately, I hate to use this as an example, but A minor, the whole stadium singing A minor, unfortunately for Drake, is like, I'm sorry, terrible. Or before I let you go.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
those are moments that we can all share in a party. So as
Hmm.
a DJ, you cutting it out like taking a fader off that, taking a fader down on that shit so we can hear everybody in unison. That is literally the definition of big vibe. We all came here and we
Mm.
got this one big feeling, this one big ball, this one beautiful journey that we all on together right now. We ramping up from
Hmm.
0 to 60. We're gonna take our time now.
Mm.
And when you leave here, you're gonna love who you love a little bit more. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm.
When you
That's
leave
real.
here, you're gonna feel like you accomplished something. Like I think DJs need to remember that you want your audience, especially the women, bro. No disrespect to my fellas. I love my guys.
Hmm.
Screw you. It's women in here. I'm DJing for them, my nigga, because they the beginning of everything. So why
Hmm.
wouldn't I start my process as far as how I'm building my set right now?
And women will come out and support you, and they'll bring their girls,
Yeah,
and then you know what I'm saying. They'll bring their girls.
yeah,
They'll support you. They'll show love at the end of the night, like, "Hey, you
yeah.
did amazing. I had so much fun. Please let me know next time you." So
Then
yeah,
in turn, the guys appreciate it.
yeah.
Now we got a place where we can come. Because I think too, what happened in the club,
Mm-hmm.
where everybody talk about the phones and all that, but like the fear of being judged
Mm.
is attached to the phones. We talk about the paradox, bro, and a good early portion. I mean, people still dance in Baltimore right now. You go to a
Mm.
party, you find a party, you're going to dance. And if you're not dancing, you a wallflower, you weird. People still dance in Baltimore. Let me be real clear.
Mm.
Have I been in the party? I ain't been home a lot, unfortunately.
Mm.
And I will be home more often because I miss DJing for my people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man. But anyway, back to what we were saying. Remembering the women, especially too, like the derogatory lyrics, like, there's certain songs is more for murderous shit than it is getting laid. Don't you want to
Mm.
bring the feminine energy of love into this space? There's so many
Mm.
good R&B cuts or songs that's hip hop but have an R&B flair that I personally choose to play,
Mm.
you know. And
Mm.
then I feel like the more we cater to that beautiful energy, the less you have to worry about. knucklehead niggas doing fuck shit. Because
Mm.
now it's a respect in the air,
Yeah.
you know? Like, for
Mm.
example, I was DJing one of my parties. It was a good idea, but it probably deserved, it was great, actually. It was called Big Vibe Uncut.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you old enough to remember, but there it was a program
BET
on
Uncut.
BET back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Big Vibe Uncut.
Mm-hmm.
Nelly, credit card, through the cheeks type shit. But it was all kind of it wasn't just nakeds on there. But we did Big Vibe Uncut, and it was the theme was based on the music of that time and the energy of that time. So we wanted to
Mm.
be, you feel me?
Grown and sexy, real shit.
No, we wanted to be, yeah.
Go,
Now it
go.
ended up being like
Yeah.
that. The problem was every time the women would get loose, the first thing these little niggas would do would pull a phone out. They wasn't
Mm.
dancing with the women at all, which I was like,
Mm.
these don't stay away from them if y'all don't know what to do with it. But the first thing they did was put out their fucking phones. I stopped the music. Listen, if you gonna turn your phones on, get
Mm.
the fuck out.
Mm.
Let these women enjoy this energy. And if you're not gonna hop in and enjoy it with them, because they didn't know how to do it.
Damn.
And I said, yo, I can't. I don't know if I can throw a big vibe uncut again. It just
Mm.
didn't. And that moment when I stopped the music, I was like, all right, I don't think
Wow.
yeah, and it wasn't nothing too wild going on because it wasn't like it was packed that night too crazy. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It was a good turnout. It was like a
Mm.
Wednesday night. It was a concept I was working through.
Mm.
Um, but it just made me realize, like, yo, people aren't really thinking about dancing with each other anymore. They came with
Mm.
their crews. They don't want to. Women don't necessarily want to dance up on this random stranger as much as they used to back in the day. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And that's cool.
Mm.
So now it has to be about the quality of time we're spending together.
Mm.
Bring your loved one. If we ain't grinding up on each other, I personally miss that. But it
Mm.
has to be okay.
Yeah.
Let's come together
Yeah.
and let's like let the dancers have the floor and let's enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Let as far as producers and musicians right now,
Mm-hmm.
I think the ball is really in the court for the DJ producer right now.
Mm.
Because the physical party took a hit during quarantine.
Mm.
That chopped a lot. Then it slowly started making this shit on its way back. And I think it's still making its way back. Um, but I think just DJ producers are really about to be the shining light to pack your party. Because people gonna come to
Mm.
your party because like you do, like you got your blends, you got your mashups, your house mixes, which is dope because people
Oh,
gonna
you,
come.
oh, oh, you was checking some of my stuff out. Okay.
Yeah, bro. People gonna pull up
Yeah, I appreciate that,
to hear
man.
you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Okay.
think that is the next level. It was that before because I would pull up to a DJ Black Star party to hear Black Star's club shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's already there. Like in the EDM scene, you will pull up to hear different producers. I think now if you the producer DJ, you win it.
Mm.
Like now you can control a lot because you controlling the music, controlling the energy of that vibe. You playing it at your own parties. You can probably make a couple dollars off of it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man.
I feel like, and I know you're a busy man, man. You got a lot going on. So this might be, my second to last question.
All right.
When it comes to community, man, I feel like you have cultivated such a great community for yourself. Um, let's talk about how important that is, man. Especially as a DJ, as a musician. And it's the reason why I've created and focused on building this online community that I have right now, man, is because, when I came to Richmond, I really didn't know nobody. Um,
Mm,
I came here like a year ago. Um, like I said, I was in a sober living house, so I wasn't in the scene. I had to be home at a certain time and shit like that. So, this online community has been um invaluable to me because now I'm not just connected to people in Richmond now, which I eventually got the point to because I started going out, I started meeting people, I ended up getting a
Hmm.
gig locally, which was cool. But now I have community with people from Baltimore like yourself. I have community with people in the city still, in Jersey still. So it's like, can you just speak on to all the DJs that's watching this, or if you may be new and even party goers, how important, having a community in this industry, in this world is. And by world, I mean in this music, in this party scene, in this DJ culture, you know?
Man, community, honestly, I don't want to say that's what's missing, but
Mm,
it's very evident that we can use a little bit more.
mm,
Um, I'll say this. One thing I love about Baltimore is the community aspect. Um, but then that's the other thing that I hate.
mm,
Is the fact that there is the way the community is designed,
mm.
um, because there are multiple communities in
It's a,
Baltimore.
a big city.
Yeah, very big city, but not so big. You can get to East West
Yeah.
Baltimore in 30 minutes.
Mm,
Um, but to answer your question, community is
mm,
very important, simply because you can't do things for and by yourself.
mm,
A community is bigger than you. Um, and humans weren't really designed to go at shit alone or to just play music for themselves.
mm,
And in community, it gives you more than just money to chase. Now you have encouragement to dig a little deeper and kind of be more impactful in the lives of people rather than just taking money from them. Uh,
mm,
and then in community, you get homies, you get camaraderie, you get companionship, you get skill building and skill sharpening, you get moral support, you get checked. You feel me? From your community. Your community like, oh, actually, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because if you're just sitting there and trying to do everything alone, it just is not as simple. And then community also provides um for a city like Baltimore, especially in cities like it provides an outlet where you don't in the activities of community and the way community responds, it is a place where you can put energy instead of bullshit.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss. I'm sorry, I've been cussing this whole time.
Please. Nah. It's
um,
welcome, man.
yeah. So yeah, community is very important to be a part of and invest in, and yeah, man, and in this day and age too, like you mentioned, being on the internet and how that is turned into a really big form of community. Like for me personally, I'm not really too online as much unless
Yeah.
I'm promoting something. Like people think I be taking bouts of offlineness because I'm going through something. Like yo, I'm just in living, chilling in
It's
my spot, chilling.
it's a lot to maintain, man. Like
Yeah.
it's it takes a lot to be consistent online. It really does, man.
You've been
So
doing your thing, man. I will
I'm
say,
I'm I'm
like,
trying, man. I'm really trying, bro, because I go through periods, my old handle used to be Young Disappear because I'll be disappearing for a minute. You know what I'm
damn,
saying?
still me.
Like, yeah. Yo, crazy story, man. I met Tremaine Emery at his store, at his African goods store in Soho. And
Okay.
it was crazy, man. I went up in there and, I was like, he was like, what's your DJ name? Because I started talking to him about DJing because, he used to have that collective with fucking, what's his name? What's his name? This is, oh my God, what happened
Right.
to Virgil, with Virgil.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, with Virgil Abloh, rest in peace. And I was like, Young Disappear, man. He said the same. He was like, that shit is fire. But I gave that up, man, because I felt like Armando X fit me more. But I just been really trying to just, connect with people. And that's where I think I missed with, you know, my old like social media, like trying to interview people, trying to, do my thing, was that like I feel like now I'm way more consistent when it comes to just wanting to actually build a community. Because before it was kind of just about I want to put my name out there, I want to put myself out there, I want people to get to know me. But now it's just about how can I connect with people? How can I like
Mm,
build something bigger than myself? And that's why I feel like it's motivating me now. And that's why I wanted you to talk about community because now like it's really helping me stay clean. It's really helping me like seeing, like how like dope this is, man. Like you on the couch, you got the mic set up. Like this is like, oh shit, like my man take, he really sees like value in this and it's making me like wanna, it's weird, man. I don't know if I'm describing it well, but like just seeing
I'm feeling you.
just seeing how people are responding to the content, it's making me want to keep going, because it's
Yeah.
like it's genuine. And this is real to me, man. And I just love storytelling, and people telling their stories, man. And yeah, I feel like you've done an amazing job today. Just
Thank you.
painting a picture, just painting a picture, and I feel guilty, man, because like you've I've had you on for a minute, but I've really
Oh,
enjoyed
it's
this
cool.
entire conversation, man, of everything you've talked about, because I feel like not only did we get a picture of Baltimore back in the day during that scene, but we also got to know you, and your story and your journey in this music shit, and it's really amazing, man. What just passion and how far it can take you. Because now, you know, you're doing your thing in LA and you making things happen, man. And it all came from, you know, just that rapping on the street one day, and somebody bumping into you and and it going from there. Now, my last question for you is what is like, something you want people to take away from this whole interview, and your story, um, and just, just everything we've talked about, like closing words, I guess I should say.
I would say keep going.
Mm,
You feel me?
mm,
I think one of the biggest lessons I've been learning over the past few years um, is to keep going.
mm,
When you start getting a light on you, for some reason, the darkness is like right there. I don't consider the darkness a bad thing because it's the shadows is what's behind you to let you know that the light is actually coming from this direction. You know what I'm saying? The light is ahead of you. Um, but what I also will say to all of my DJs and shit like that, people that want to break in, um, always speak up for yourself every step of the way. Um, I think one of the I'm gonna speak on a mistake, not speaking up for myself in a time where I really should have been super vocal. And then even when it come down to getting yourself opportunities and gigs and getting the proper pay,
Mm,
make sure you speak up for yourself because at the end of the day, that's what's going to sustain you and keep you available to entertain, you know. And I'm saying all this from I've always wanted to say this because it's been on my heart and chest for a long time. But yeah, just keep going. People will love you,
mm,
people will hate you. But as long as you know in your heart who you are, keep going. If you got some dirt on you or some smut on you, that's between you and God.
mm,
But if you understand that, like, you don't deserve, like, if it's something that's coming at you that you don't deserve, don't take that shit
mm,
because you only deserve what you deserve. And I'm telling you, man, if I had somebody to say that to me 4 years ago, I might not be in LA. So I'm glad I learned that through the experiences.
mm.
Um, but yeah, always speak it for yourself, yo. I know that was like a lot or whatever because there's so many thoughts running through my mind when you asked me that question.
Nah,
But
man,
take
that's
from that
real.
what you will. Take from that
I
what you will.
I think people do need to hear that because you touched on a lot of great things when you were talking about community, and I feel like things people are misconstrued. I feel like sometimes when it comes to like when it's like when you put up that hand and you talk about that, like sometimes that shit is out of love, but I feel like the other side of that is the hate. So I definitely think that what you said is paramount, especially for anybody in this scene. Like we all have a voice and we got to be able to use it.
Yeah.
And the first law of anything is, to always protect yourself and always, um, use your voice, and speak up on things. So I appreciate you saying that, man, for real,
Yeah, man. Thank you.
man.
Thank you. And yo, I want to
And
say, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, no, I was just gonna say, like, I want people to know where to find you, to know your IG, to know the TikTok, or and to be able to, um, stay in touch with you and your music career, man.
Yeah, I'm Mr. 14th on everything.
Mr. 14.
Uh
Tell us where that came
MR14TH.
came came from, by the way. Where did that Mr. 14 come from?
Well, I was when I first started DJing, actually,
Mm-hmm.
I my name was Mr. Valentine,
Mm.
right? I'll give you the full history. Oh man. So I told you in high school they called me Skeeter.
Yeah.
Okay. I grew up, got out of high school. I cannot be walked around getting called Skeeter. That cannot happen. So his whole name is Skeeter Valentine. So I was like,
Mm.
okay, Mr. Valentine.
I see. Okay.
And then I wanted to make my Twitter name back in the day when Twitter first had the bird and shit. You had to do manual retweet. And I wanted people to be able to retweet me. So I wanted to make my tweets fit as many characters as possible.
Mm.
And the characters, it was only like 140 or something like that, if that. But it included your screen name. So I
Mm.
wanted to get my screen name down to as short as possible. I got it down to Mr. 14th, and the 14 was for Valentine.
Mm.
So it was Mr. 14th. I got booked for a party,
Mm-hmm.
and Mr. Valentine got booked, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went by Valen 410 at the time.
Mm.
He put Mr. 14th on the flyer. I was like, I got to the party. He's like, what's up, 14th? I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's keep that. Mr. 14th
Yeah.
it is.
Mr.
So I had
14th,
the
yeah.
handle. Um, yeah, so as I matured, I started finding out all of this amazing shit about the number 14. First of all, I
Mm.
see it I can look around. If I go outside and it's numbers, I see 14.
Mm.
I'm sure if I count it, it's probably 14 things in this room. I don't know. But I found out that like 14 has a lot of metaphysical properties to it or something, some real special spiritual shit going on with it. It's off the chain. But yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, that's where my name came from, Mr. 14.
Hell yeah.
And I'm learning more and more what it means.
And it's Mr. 14th on everything. Mr. 1-4.
MR14TH, no dots.
Mm.
Just MR14TH.
Y'all heard that.
Um, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
MR14TH. I got music on everything. Mr.
Mm-hmm.
14th as well.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a dot there, MR.14TH.
On SoundCloud or
Um,
something.
SoundCloud, yeah, all that.
Okay,
And I'm
word.
about to be dropping some shit soon. Like,
Okay. Okay. Excited,
um,
man.
trying to think what else. And yeah, I got podcasts and shows, all of that stuff would be on there.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
yeah. And dude, I want to say for you, man, um, before I had the opportunity to follow you, you know how you see something on your feed multiple times. Like
Mm-hmm.
you came across my feed a lot.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
you did.
Okay.
And I want to let you know, man, like your work is being seen and felt. I think um drawing attention and bringing attention to the history of some of the best music that you could ever dance to in the history of the world. Not just Baltimore Club, but Jersey Club, Philly Club, and everything up in between, house music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's dope, bro. That what you're doing is catching fire, bro. Keep going. And like I said, man, as long as you loving what you're doing, keep it up. The pressure to keep it going should only be, it shouldn't be no pressure to keep it going. It should
Mm.
be a fire behind you. So as long as it
Mm.
feels that way, keep it up. But yo, we enjoying what you're doing, dog.
Thank you, man. Thank you
No
so
doubt.
much, bro. I'm gonna
No
let you
doubt.
go, man. But yo, it's been an honor, man, just speaking to you, man. And yo,
Likewise, family.
please keep in touch, man, for real. For real.
Most definitely.
And also too, I'm gonna send you some clips from this interview, man, because I'm gonna chop it up and everything like that. So feel free to send it on social media. But I'm gonna do all that before I post everything. Just
Yeah.
just so you can check it out, man. But yo, mad love, man.
Love always, my brother.
Peace, brother.
Peace.